Hey royalties, what is more enjoyable than seeing a main character flexing with his cheat skills? Take for example solo leveling. It would have been complete trash without the leveling system. Or the likes of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, Leveling with the Gods, and many more. So, let me give you my best manhwa and manhwa where the MC has a leveling system. Do note that these recommendations are not ranked, and though some of the last recommendations are new manhwa, they have the potential to make it on the list of top 10 manhwa of all time. Our first recommendation is Miram RPG Simulation. At this point, I don't even need to tell you how OPA system-based manhwa in Miram is. We have seen how wonderful it was in Nanomachine. This manhwa follows the story of our protagonist Solhui's death at the hands of a powerful martial master. However, before he died, the system panel appeared before him and asked whether he wanted to restart. He was then sent back into the past. He then concealed his newfound abilities and decided to grow stronger. His goal is to exact revenge on the people who sent him and his team to their deaths. This is a crazy manhwa where the main character works really hard to reach the top of the demonic sect. The story is so gripping that you won't have time to catch a breath. As for the artwork, it is top-notch and the side characters are incredibly well written. Next, we have Hardcore Leveling Warrior. This manhwa tells a unique, messy but fun story of an overpowered player in a VR game. He lost his power and aims to gain it back again. It has great character development, fair world building, intriguing side characters, and unique artwork. However, the artwork can only be considered top-notch by the previous generation of God-tier readers. The MC is quite an incredibly insane guy who seems to be fueled by the thrill of risks. Sometimes it drives me crazy when he bets his stats. Do check it out to quench your curiosity. Next, we have The Lord's Coins Aren't Decreasing. This manhwa follows the story of our incredibly intelligent and cunning protagonist, Iren Steelguard. He goes back in time to stop bad things from happening to his family and to grow stronger. His overpowered abilities revolve around world-to-world trade, and it includes fantasy themes like martial arts, sorcery, and magic. This manhwa is filled with revenge stories as the MC got scammed several times before dying. The crazy thing is his ability to take revenge on people from other worlds without being there. The artwork is awesome and complements the narrative, and it has entertaining supporting characters. Next, we have the Ultimate Scheming System. This manhwa follows the story of our protagonist. He got transmigrated into a world filled with overpowered cultivators. Luckily, he got the Ultimate Scheming System. The system gives him scheming points, therefore pushing him to venture into danger by scamming people. He then uses those points to become overpowered. The right word to describe this MC is interesting, likable, and humorous. The side characters of this manhwa well developed, I must say. Though this manhwa's artwork is a bit lacking, the story will definitely hook you along with a bit of romance. And of course, we can't forget the comedy brought by the MC pretending to be a big shot. Next, we have Infinite Level, Miram. Here is another magnificent system manhwa in the Miram world. The story follows the chronicles of our MC Yuseong. He got killed on the battlefield while some top brasses fled without his knowledge. This made him feel like he had died without honor. However, he got a second chance when the peculiar system panel appeared to him. He then begins to struggle to become stronger and infinitely level up through system quests. If you are looking for a manhwa with a detailed martial arts system, then this is the manhwa you are looking for. The artwork of this manhwa is quite decent and the side characters are quite likable and well written. Next, we have Nanomachine. This manhwa follows the story of our protagonist Yoan. One day when assassins sent by his half-siblings were about to kill him, he gets saved by his descendant from the future who implants a nanomachine in his body. In case you don't know what this nanomachine is, then know that it is our MC system. From that point onward, he begins his path to become overly overpowered, while recruiting a strong team. His first goal is to take revenge on the people who killed his mother. This is without any doubt one of the top 5 Miram manhwa of all time. The MC is ruthless, strong, and quick-witted. The side characters around him are quite strong too, along with excellent world building, smooth artwork, and decent story progression. Next, we have the Second Life Ranker. This manhwa follows the story of our protagonist Yeonwoo. One day he discovered the truth about what had happened to his little brother, who he thought had run away. Sadly, the truth is that the little brother had died while ascending the tower. He went to challenge the tower in order to find a cure for their dying mother. When he nearly succeeded, he perished after being betrayed. Upon discovering the truth, our MC sets on an anti-hero journey to exact revenge for his little brother. This is a unique manhwa almost as good as solo leveling. The story progression and artwork are top-notch. If you are into dungeon-based manhwas, then check it out. Next, we have The World After the Fall. In this manhwa, humans were summoned into a tower to become walkers and fight for the survival of the world. They desperately cleared the tower until they reached floor 77, where they discovered a stone that could allow them to regress into the past. Now walkers could go back to the past. Slowly, everyone left until humanity's last hope Carp Diem was formed. This was a group formed by the people who refused to abandon the world. Even so, most of them still gave up when in extreme danger, until only our protagonist Yiwon was left to continue the fight. This is an intense manhwa that is worth reading, and it deserves to be among top-tier works. Though I don't like most of the monsters drawn, the artwork is quite excellent. Next, we have When Did I Become Unbeatable? This manhwa follows the story of our protagonist Chen Ping'an, an extremely powerful cultivator who still believes he is just a mortal. This manhwa is a humorous story of an overpowered protagonist who is unaware of his strength, but everyone around him is aware of his great strength and immortality. The artwork and action are quite excellent, and it has interesting side characters along with intriguing love interests. Next, we have a crazy leveling system. This manhwa follows the story of our protagonist Tianyan. He was a game addict on Earth but got reincarnated into a cultivation world and gets the crazy leveling system. With this system, he turns the trashy body he transmigrated into a genius. This is probably the manhwa with a fast pace of leveling. The MC is constantly facing overpowered opponents and soon becomes the backbone of his sect as everyone looks up to him. However, this made the pressure on him even more intense in each fight, as losing a fight might lead to the extermination of the sect. This is an awesome manhwa that is worth reading if you love cultivation manhwas. The story is fast-paced with incredible artwork. Next, we have Swallowed Star. In this manhwa, our protagonist Luo Feng finds himself in a post-apocalyptic world full of sentient monsters. He then resolves to become a warrior, progressively improving as he overcomes numerous challenges. However, his voyage is marred by carnage when he encounters foes far more powerful than himself. Swallowed Star is a must-read action manhwa with its heart-pounding action, futuristic setting, and compelling storyline. The artwork and storyline complement each other well, and seeing the main character evolve from nothing is very satisfying. So, go ahead and check it out. Next, we have the constellation that returned from hell. In a world where constellations sponsor the hunters and give them a fragment of their power, a particular hunter has it rough. He gets into an unfair contract with a constellation. But despite that, he keeps on training no matter what harsh environment he is thrown into. Finally, he turns into a constellation due to his relentless training, but he isn't satisfied with that. With his newfound power, he returns to Earth only to find the ones he called friends have become rich and famous, whereas he is still at the bottom of the barrel. So now the MC has to climb back to the top and prove his worth. He starts off weak but gradually becomes Opus. Next, we have F-Class Destiny Hunter. In a world where destiny decides the ability one awakens, Seo Gangram is born with the worst destiny. Though he awakened as a hunter, he was at the very bottom of the bottom. However, one day when he and his guild were ambushed and everyone died protecting him, he awakened the power of destiny stealing. Thanks to it, he obtained the power of regression. Right before the assassin killed him, he activated the one-time use regression skill and regressed to the past. This manhwa was quite hidden from readers because of the trashy banner, but it is an incredible dungeon-based manhwa as good as ORV. The artwork and storyline perfectly complement each other. Next, we have Return to Player. This manhwa is set in a world where gods and demons think of the human world as a game. But for the humans, it is a life and death struggle. After 10 years of barely surviving, humanity has no one left except our MC Sehen Kim, and now he is tired and on his last breath. With the determination not to be a plaything for the gods and demons, he gets a second chance and slips back into the past. This manhwa is a trope well written and can be considered a success to some extent. The plot progression is quite smooth, and while the side characters are generic, the MC is quite Opus in his own style as he tries to avoid some past mistakes and recruit his own Opus team. Next, we have Quest Supremacy. Set in the modern world, this manhwa follows the story of the protagonist Sehun Kim. As an MC who experiences constant bullying from his peers on a daily basis, he had always hoped for his life to be similar to an RPG quest game. And yeah, his wish was granted when a quest prompt appeared in front of him in real life. This is another good manhwa that I quite don't like because of how trashy the MC was at the beginning. But it is undeniable that it perfectly combines the concept of a game world with reality. It also has awesome artwork and decent character development. And the hilarious protagonist who strives to get stronger, surrounded by important and interesting side characters. Lastly, we have All Hail the Sect Leader. Here is another lucky Earthling who transmigrated into the cultivation world, and gets a system with a quest to build a powerful sect. Our protagonist Jun Cheng Sao found himself reincarnating into the body of the solo member of the Iron Bone sect. Not only has he become the sect master by default, but the sect is also the lowest sect in the area. The system then asks him to build the strongest sect on the continent within 1,000 years. If he fails to complete the quest, his body and soul will be blown to pieces by the bomb the system bound on him. He then embarks on a journey to build a sect with abnormally powerful disciples, as he believes that he will become a godfather on the continent as long as he has powerful disciples. This manhwa is amazing with a plot that is filled with comedy, and watching the main character grow and adapt to this dog-eat-dog world is quite fulfilling. Now that I have given you this list, let me know in the comments section the name of your favorite manhwa. Do not forget to like and share this video with your friends, they might be looking for a new manhwa to read. Peace out.